Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're talking about CCIV, Lucid Motors, mainly going towards whether this is an actual good opportunity right now to enter at this level, and also taking a look into the leadership and if we can trust them behind off what they've done previously, some of the work experiences, as well as a quick reminder on their financials and institutional ownerships. So let's jump right into this one. So Lucid Motors. I covered previously videos about this one, you'll find it in the description below. And Lucid Air, or Lucid Motors in general, there's a couple of things that I do want to remind you. So summary of profits and losses estimates, you see that they're estimating a positive EBIT around 2025, and their net positivity relies onto being there in 2024. You get to see the EBITDA is expected to be positive in 2024. However, the EBIT is 2025, mainly towards depreciation and amortization levels. And so that is something to expect. Net cash flow by 2025. That is not that far from now. Actually, it's only 4 years. If you consider it, 2020, I know went so fast and I didn't count it. But anyway, we're going to move on towards some interesting parts that we're looking at, including the CEO here. So the CEO is Peter Rawlinson. And Peter Rawlinson has some experiences before. He's currently the CEO and Chief Technology Officer, but he was previously the Chief Technology Officer up until 2019, and he was the VP Vehicle Engineering for Tesla for 2009 to 2012. Also had companies positions as Jaguar, Lotus, Chorus, Group Lotus, with different positions including Chief Engineer, Principal Engineer, Head Vehicle Engineering. And the big thing about this one is that he's an engineer, which means he has set expectations from an engineering standpoint that are often close to resembling what would be the actual objectives or actual deliveries meeting those objectives. And then the next person here, this is the Vice President of Design. They do have as well another title there at the very top, so you get to see right on here. He's the Senior Vice President of Design, so yeah, Senior VP. Anyway, some of his background includes self-described as a surfer kid from SoCal who fell in love with cars, early unusual ones like the dune buggies and the Volkswagen thing. After graduating from art centers in early 90s, he scored a coveted internship at Porsche, which led to an 8-year gig at Audi. Now, where he was a principal exterior designer for the second generation of A8s. By 2008, Jenkins had moved up to the chief designer of Volkswagen of America, where he created the concept version of the microbus, the Ranger, and the Scirocco. After 16 years, the German brand, which had gone from struggling to successful during Jenkins' tenure, wasn't just fun anymore. Jenkins confessed to Autoweek there was a formula now. In search for a fresh challenge, in 2009, he accepted a position of Director of Design with Mazda's North America. Over the next 6 years, he contributed to and/or led the design for Mazda 3, Mazda 6, and the Shirani concept, and the 4th generation Miata, which won the World Car Design Year of 2016. In 2015, he took on the position with Lucid Motors, the electric car startup that hopes to compete with Tesla and Rivian. The Lucid Air, the company's long-awaited debut model, is expected to roll out next year. Now, granted, this might be a little bit outdated, but it still gives us a good perspective onto some of the leadership that we have. And then you got others where news is prevalent here, such as this article on April 5th, 2021, that says, here's how Lucid Air is made, hint, it's not a tent. And I think this is a little bit of throwing shade at other competitors where their operation sites were literally a tent with an excavator there. But nonetheless, as well, you get to see that there's a lot of press behind the people behind Lucid Motors, and it's almost turning on as celebrities in this case. And so that's definitely something good. You know what? I enjoy that. It brings more trust for me that there's a lot of spotlight on them, and there's little margin of error there for them. Now, before moving on towards technical analysis and institutional buyers, if you'd like to see more contents like this, hit that subscribe button and the notifications on, turn it on for the said channel. And if you'd like to join our Discord, the server link is in the description below. There's no commitments and it's totally free. Now, institutional buyers seem to be very bullish, with a bunch of them scooping some shares last night. Spotlight Assets, American Research and Management, Low Wealth Advisors, and Carroll Financials associates, and the list goes on. They are still more bullish, and it looks like there's institutional interests. We can move on now towards technical analysis. Now, what we see here on the one-day perspective is nothing more than a sloppy accumulation side where the MACD histogram is almost 0. The ADX shows in 20, showing that there's nothing going on that is strong. It looks like it's an accumulation zone, which is not a bad thing. Momentum looks very close to that 0 line. It's actually at -4 currently. But it's currently in a trading action zone where positive reversals are most likely between the 10 SMA and the 30 MA. It is bullish, however, it did drop 10% today, or around 7%. Now we can take a look into a 1-week perspective, but we don't have much indicator information to go there. Moving averages shows that this is an accumulation period. Granted, the entire market has been sloppy a little, even though the Nasdaq and SP 500 are almost breaking into an all-new high, but the market itself, stocks like this aren't really reflecting that. Now, the moving average band, 27.68 on the top, 25.16 in the middle, and 22.65 in the bottom. That's where you expect this one to keep trading at, for now at least. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both indicating that this is an accumulation zone. Now, we can go up to the $64 level, 64 and 80 cents, 86 cents, and all the way down to 960. And what we see here is right off the bat, there is different levels of supports and resistances. Currently, there's a very critical one on the Fibonacci retracements. The 2265, it's currently touching right on there. It's sitting comfortably though, so that's a good thing. 960 is the one afterwards. Significant resistances are 3071, 3723, 4375, 5303, and 6484. And we can go with a normal price line action to determine the significant supports and resistances. The current support sits at 2274, below there 2096, below there you're looking into 1678, and of course there will be the theoretical one at $15 because that is where the IPO or the offering itself towards institutions is priced at, and then 1286. Significant resistances 2461, and then you're looking at 2791. 3138, and then up to 3574 following that 5007. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? It's an EV. It's going to always be a hot industry, at least for the next 2-3 years. It is still not gone through yet in terms of the data merger. We expect for it to happen by the end of this quarter most likely, and it might actually see a little bit more further of a run, but currently it's accumulating, and the closer it gets towards 15, the more lucrative it is to hold some for retirement. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. Have a wonderful day. And a quick thing here, if you've stayed this long in the video, I would love to invite you to my Discord server. It's in the description below. It's totally free. What we do here is sometimes pick long-term swings, long-term positions, swings, etc. We do scalps as well during the day. It's totally free. It's more of just trade ideas in general. And we also trade together here in Trading Floor. We have also chats during the week to discuss our trading sessions, strategies, etc. Feel free to join us. There's no obligations there, and have a wonderful day.